girl Love Aretha. I'm your homegirl in your head. Y'all already know what it is. So listen, recently a black therapist went viral, a black female went viral for speaking rather harshly to black men in particular about needing to go to therapy.
I want to get something off my chest about the black man that thoroughly frustrates me. Can I do it? I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. You know, my favorite flavor of ice cream is hardworking black man, but I can't seem to find that flavor in the store no more. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck why. In my experience, specifically when it comes to dating, black men just off top want bitches to submit, but provide nothing to submit to. Nowadays, y'all don't even have the education or credentials to be talking to a bitch. Especially out the side of your neck. I found that in a lot of intimate relationships, there's this pit pat like competition of who makes the most and who does this and who does that when it should be a symbiotic relationship. Black men are so consumed with being dominant and being on top for what? At the cost of dimming your bitch's shine. I was in a relationship with someone who said they no longer respected me the moment I started making more than them. Behavior.
And I get it. Mama is a little rough around the edges. Listen, she didn't come to play with y'all. She was really crass in her approach with her message. But I think the question is, was she right? Did she have a point? And I am of the belief that just because you don't like what I said does not make me wrong. And again, even though we may not like what she said, was she wrong or was she right? I think anybody who has been in a relationship with a man, particularly a black man, knows that the likelihood of that man needing therapy is pretty high. And unfortunately, and that's not to be funny, to be honest. But it's unfortunate that our black men, and I say our black men because I love y'all. I grew up with three brothers. I had two. The likelihood of black men going to jail, um, the many factors that systemically exist. I know y'all heard of that pipeline, that what elementary to prison pipeline, designed to basically feed black and Latino children to pipeline from as early as elementary. And it's unfortunate that many of our black boys fall into that pipeline. At one point, I don't know what the numbers are today, but at one point we had more black men in jail than we had in college. My brother went to prison when he was 17 years old. So my family has, that has orbited in my family. And I'd be lying if I did not say that I raised my sons in a very particular manner to try to fight against that every step of the way. But we have that. And then there is also, like, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the fact that we don't have enough present black fathers. Many of our black boys don't have an example. They don't know what being a man looks or feels like because there is no one there to make their feelings and their experiences relatable. There is no one there to validate that. And having been, before I met my husband and we started our family, being a single mother with a boy, I did the very best that I could do in my years as a single mother. However, there were some things that I, as a woman, just could not teach him. I gave it my best damn all, but I'll never have the experience of being a black man. And so there were gaps that he had and is having to figure out by and large on his own in a lot of ways, because I think what he found is the male models that he had available to him did not speak to who he was. And by the time he did have a conversation with his biological dad, literally at 18, I think what he found is that that his dad's mold was not befitting of who he was and who he was trying to be as a man either. And so now we have a young black man trying to figure those things out. And then also, aside from not having a dad, aside from the system being designed to trap our black boys into long prison sentences, and now we get to the education gap. Listen, there is leaps and bounds between the education of little Marcus versus little Johnny. It is light years away. We in the African American community don't always have the tools and the resources, and systemically so, to bridge that gap for our black men. And so, black men, as being a woman who has been in a relationship with you for a lifetime in one capacity or another, black men, I have been your mom. I have been your aunt. The only thing I haven't been just yet, I haven't been your grandmother. But black man, I've been your mom. I've been your aunt. I've been your sister. I've been your sister-in-law. I've been your cousin. I've been your lover. And I can assure you that if you've been all those things to a black man, we know you need therapy, baby. You need therapy. Because there are so many times that we are in a relationship with you that we, being in that relationship, come face to face with your deficits. We come face to face with the fact that you don't know how to commit to us because you never saw your mom in a relationship. More importantly, you never saw your dad love a woman. We have to take the full throttle of that absence, because in consequence then you turn around and you don't know how to commit to us. We have to deal with the fact that your mom or your lack of dad did not teach you what to do with your emotions. They told you don't cry. And because you don't cry, because you don't know how to express those emotions, we take that full throttle as your woman, as your child. We take that full throttle from you. And sometimes we take it in your violence. Sometimes we take it in your aggression. Sometimes we take it in your absenteeism. Sometimes we take it in your shut down when you can't communicate. We take the hit of that. We have to take the hit of when your mama tried to overcorrect because she knew your daddy wasn't there. And so mama babied you to overcorrect. And then what happens is, and then we get you and we try to love you, but we're not your mama. So we get you and we want to love you, but we want to love a man, not a child. And we take the full throttle of what that deficit looks like. And that deficit comes in the lack of leadership sometimes you guys have at home. Lack of education leads to lack of a job, and lack of job leads to lack of resources. And so we have to fill in the deficit there. We have to be a pillar for our children because you bring that same brute to the raising of the children, and we have to stand as a buffer between you and the children sometimes. And again, and baby, I speak to you. I speak to you as your mother, as your lover. And I say to you that, baby, maybe you do need therapy. That maybe your mama tried the best that she could, but maybe it wasn't enough. And I am a mother. I can assure you that it does not mean that I was not a good mother, but it does mean that I am mother and woman enough to know that I could not give my son everything that he needed. And so maybe even my son will at some point need therapy so that he can be a good partner to his wife or whomever he decides to share his life with, so he can be emotionally present. Because black men, all of those experiences, it robs us of your very presence. It robs us of your essence. We don't get to experience you. We can't talk to you because you shut us down. We can't build a family with you because you walk away. And we're left struggling because you don't have the tools and the resources to contribute. Again, for the sake of the Black family, Black man, this comes from a place of love. Baby, maybe you do need therapy. It doesn't mean that there is not a king inside of you. It does not mean that you are not a good man. It does not mean that you are all bad. It does mean, however, that you have taken hit after hit after hit from the system, from the family, from the community, and maybe, just maybe, for you to continue your development as a father, as a son, as a leader in our community, as an uncle, as a brother, that maybe you need to talk to someone to express the impact that may have had on your person. It does not mean that you are weak. It does not mean you are less of a man to need that help. So again, maybe mama could have said it a better way. But I'm here to take what mama said and maybe soften it and say, we love you. We want you. We want you to. If we did not want you, we would not have carried your child. If we did not want you, we would not have married you. Even if you got a baby mama who swear me down, she hates your guts. Listen, I'm here to tell you, even from her, if we didn't love and want you, we wouldn't have carried your child. We wouldn't have produced life with you. And in that life, we produced legacy. And in that life, we produced generations with you, Black man. We wouldn't have done all of that if we didn't love you, if we didn't have respect for you. So, Black man, I come to you and I say to you, I am asking you to get therapy. I am saying to you that I need therapy. And I'm saying to you that you need therapy and we need therapy so that we can build our family. That's what I'm saying to you. We love you. We want to build families with you. And we want you to have that experience too. Another thing I wanted to say to you, Black man, it's the one thing I wanted to teach to my son. You and your legacy is very important. And it is not to be shared and spread with every woman you meet. We want to build and grow and share with you, and we want to value your body. We want to value your mind. We want to value your spirit. And it is because of the value and the power that you have that we want you to be better, that we want you to know how to tap into it so that everybody around you and it begins with you, but so that you and everybody around you can be blessed with your glow. So again, I say to you with love, I love you, I support you, I have carried your children, I have been your sister, and I come from a place of love as your sister. I love you. Please get help. Hey, it's your girl Love Aretha. I'm your homegirl in your head. So please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you very, 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 very much for supporting my channel. I look forward to growing with you all. Y'all drop down in the comments. If there's anything y'all want to talk about, anything y'all want to discuss, drop down in the comments so that we can have a conversation about it. And y'all drop down in the comments now, and let's continue the conversation in reference to Black men and therapy. And as y'all know, I'll love on y'all later.